Recently, sure. Nikta make him clear or Starlink am illegal or probably any license or login. Planty line, they're importing Starlink coming in and using it because it's fast, it's reliable, and it's much cheaper internet. Reliability is big more. Papua New Guinea is some of the most unreliable internet service and fucking expensive across the world. Starlink revolutionized that. Papua New Guinea's geography too is very difficult, and so Starlink is the right fit. Now, Nikta Kamot said them talk no. Me plan to give me because of a court case filed by the Ombudsman Commission. Ombudsman Commission too. No got man making corruption, no got leader making corruption, no got the referral or leadership tribunal or finding work straight. Na kam na make him start court case to stop him styling because consumer by mixing time. Now, when I sit down and look at it, there's got to be a reason because there's things behind it. Because NICTA has already granted the license in principle to Starlink. Now, it's a court case, they got some push backside them and stop him the license to be full operator license to be issued to Starlink to operate in Papua New Guinea. So there's considered effort behind it, and it comes from not only the telecommunication providers like Digicel, Vodafone, or Sla. It's mainly to do with Dataco because Dataco got big bloody now. And let me tell you the details of this. So you may understand that internet around the world is delivered via fiber optic cables. Before that, the infrastructure of Papua New Guinea and factor poor straight. You mean a run this copper cable, na kind of so telephone wires, yeah, and we run the internet through that dial-up connection and shit like that. This shit is old. Majority of the internet around the world again runs through fiber optic cables. It's light, laser light, beam down some fiber. That's why it's fiber optics, delivering the internet at the speed of light. So blockchain telecommunication reform, and the government said, okay, out of the rotting carcass of what is called telecom, the age-old dinosaur telecommunication provider that should be dead long ago, out from it came Dataco. So Dataco, this is flashy new Dataco. They were same old inefficient, whatever, old legacy issues, but telecom make Dataco. Now, Dataco is responsible for all the fiber optics in Papua New Guinea. Come on to you, upgrade him slow fiber optics. Problem is that it's huge capital cost to lay new fiber optic cables around the undersea cables. And even you can lend him the terrestrial zone now, but you relay him go on tablo islands or you can run him cable again underground or when him go again. Fiber optics go. Depending on engineers, they know what to do about that shit. But basically, undersea cable solar. Dataco is responsible for that. But then fucking cost blame him huge. It's like a huge cost for that. And so Dataco, and being a state-owned entity in the state, wanted to go to China and ask for China for money to help them upgrade their fiber optic connections around the country. And China was willing to fund it, but Huawei would be the one doing the project. In steps Australia was like, hey, wait, no, don't fucking let Huawei come in. We'll do it for free. So Australia funded what is called the Coral Sea Cable. The Coral Sea Cable runs from runs from Sydney to Honiara to Port Moresby. This was delivering 40 terabits of data. 20 terabits of it is allocated to Papua New Guinea. Now, the landing zone is in Port Moresby of the Coral Sea Cable, or CS2. The Coral Sea Cable lands there, and Dataco is responsible for distributing the 20 terabits of data around Papua New Guinea. They did it for free, but Dataco says, oh no, we have 14 stations around the country. We're going to deliver the Daru and whatnot. We need to lay undersea cables around the country from the CS2 cable. And we're going to get Huawei to do that. And then they went to China and borrowed $230 million to build this infrastructure cable, undersea cables around the 14 centers around Papua New Guinea coastal province, and including the terrestrial zone. You land it and you deliver it up to the highlands and all that. So they borrowed this money and built this what is called Kumul cable something. So the problem is that the Kumul submarine cable network system, this like Kumul KSCN, Kumul submarine cable network. This like project wanted Huawei, 700 million kina you mix him. Problem one is the loan is tied to a specific exchange rate. The loan was signed in 2016. 0.31, that's the exchange rate that we are supposed to repay the loan to China, Exim Bank. Exim Bank to China. We're supposed to repay it at a fixed exchange rate. In the meantime, from 2016 to now, currency workload drop. Currency workload drop. So that means that it's now costing more to repay that money. Loan is structured in a way where data go by repaying. But if they default, the state then takes it on board on its books as a loan. Last year, number to kind of say, this year, William Duma, I'm talking data go. Get your fucking shit together. You guys need to repay that loan. Gaman, we plan no money. Any money, like Kumu submarine cable network, get money from it and start paying back this loan. Because interest free, I'm run 2016 to 2025. And that's the interest free portion of it. After 2025 go, interest by kicking now, so pressure will be on the government. And already DataCo is seriously in debt. It's not financially viable. It's surviving on the Coral Sea network because Coral Sea delivery main 20 terabits of data come inside there. And then all internet service providers are paying DataCo low-kissing slow data from that Coral Sea network. The problem is that the Kumul submarine cable network, I'm not work good. 2016 or one year ago, net earthquake come up and broke him cable lo medeng. Some parts lo popo data come up and broke alo tao. The cable is it's broken. And people are saying that Huawei did not do a good job because the contract was inflated by 30 to 50%. The majority of the funds have not been spent squarely on that project. It was poorly implemented. No proper mapping of the seafloor occurred. That's why the Kumu submarine cable network is so fucked up. That's why we have a fucked up internet. You may know it is spiked 20 terabits of data coming in. We're still not getting the good quality service. The internet you got there. Now, data go under pressure or shame. I need to pay back this loan. I need to pay back the loan now. Now, money maximum internet you put him the StarLink can come inside. StarLink can cut him leg, but data goes straight. StarLink's business model is purely consumer based. You stop the house blue you put them on the lily this antal roof so align him so plug him go check download him app phone you connect through a high speed, fast, reliable internet. You don't need a fiber optic cable. You don't need to be connected through the Kumu submarine cable network. The inefficient, constantly failing Kumu submarine cable network system that DataCo is offering. DataCo is shit. It's a dinosaur. You borrowed money to build something that's barely built, barely functional, and you borrowed money and you're now supposed to repay that money based on a failing infrastructure. It's basically you built a house without any power and water. Now you rent him out house, you force him money, rent him 7,000 kena a month because you borrow money lo BSP. That's exactly how it is. And now, Ombudsman Commission, you stepped in to protect DataCo. What about the consumers? What about the rural areas up in the Highlands? Missionary Aviation Fellowship, these people operating out of rural areas depend on StarLink. Hospitals in rural areas, education. Now, in Ombudsman, no one plan, corrupt politician around the place. So you're gonna target him. When was the last leadership tribe? For fuck's sake. No wonder IK came in because one person can't do the job, so we put two assholes to do the job. But it's still two assholes because the same shit comes out. Fuck this country.